Hey, good evening, good night, good day, good afternoon, rotted. I did tell myself I was gonna stop doing that, didn't I? Well, hey, everybody on YouTube. I'm not even sure how much subscribers I have right now because honestly, I haven't even looked on YouTube Studio or clicked on the page. I tried making a video the other day, or well, I never tried, but I wanted to when I was walking. But I had so much things in my hands, and it started to rain, and it was just a mess. So I said, okay, I'll do it later. And if anybody knows about procrastination, it's always, I'll do it later, I'll do it later, I'll do it later, right? But I'm just sitting here, and I just said, you know what? Let me just make a quick video. I don't know if anything that I says, did I just says? Listen, I don't edit my videos. It's whatever I say, whatever, comes up, comes out. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I just usually just feel inkling of inspiration or a nudge or a push um, to do it. Sometimes I've made videos and they just sit on the phone until I delete it. But anyways, gratitude and appreciation to everybody who has stayed a subscriber and a supporter. Big up to Teresa because she's the only one that talks to me in the comment section. God bless Teresa. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about retribution, grief, things like that. What was on my mind when I picked up my phone was people questioning me about um I guess my progress from where I was after my son dying to now. And going back to work and just all the little intricate details. But the pressing thing that I just want to get off my head is, karma. And I've spoke about this before, and I think I'll continue to speak about it in future videos. Um, is what people have done to my son and I've come to peace with that in a sense, in a way, because I know that what they're going to get and what their children are going to get and what their children's children are going to get is going to be 10 times hotter. It's going to be 10 times worse than what they put my son through and what they put me through. People laughed, celebrated after my son died. Um, I was speaking to one of my friends the other day about the ogre, the big old black troll, that old big old tumbleweed, mucinex, tough oxtail bone, Homer Simpson looking Alf piece of dog shit, bitch, shit, piss, spit, fart. That piece of shit, bitch, over there. And these girls make multiple pages and shit. They're on not YouTube. I'm on YouTube right now. What's it called? Instagram and all of them stuff. Um, people like that. Sometimes you have to feel like no. one thing that this lady always said is, it's not good for feel sorry for people, you know, it's not good for feel sorry for. And I was always wondered, why did she say that? Why is she say that? Why is she so cool? Why is she always say it's not good to feel sorry for people? But now that I'm 46 and I'm like, damn, that's why people are wicked. Let me tell you a story. I was talking about this even up to today. Sorry, I know I'm a bit all over the place. Cause you know what? I know that people's voice is annoying, and I don't know how my voice comes across to everybody. So maybe you guys either don't listen or skip through it or whatever. So I'm just trying to just kind of skip through my thoughts, and I'm looking at the timer as well. Shit, Roscott. Um, yo, I got a million things to talk about. A million things to talk about. I have so much things on my mind. I literally just went blank. Um, anyways, karma. Um, you know, people that intentionally put out bad energy. You know what's funny is that people talk about witchcraft and Obia, Santeria, voodoo, voodoo, like all this stuff, right? Root work, spiritual work, whatever. And a lot of times, majority of people will think witches look a certain way, wizards, warlocks look a certain way, act a certain way, speak a certain way. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. But I know some of the people that I've come across in life, you would never, ever, 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 ever know until you meet them, talk to them, whatever, right? But a lot of these people on social media, a lot of people in your life, and I've said this in a previous video, they work witchcraft every day. Witchcraft is basically a form of manipulation, right? Manipulating energy. And that's what these people do on social media. They lie to you guys for you guys to like them. They lie to you guys for content. They lie to you guys for money. Oh my gosh. The Cash Apps, the PayPal, I don't know. I don't know cuz I'm in Canada and I don't have anything more than my bank account where you could do e-transfer, right? And these people lie all the time, and that's why I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful that God take one belt and just slap me in my mouth, slap me on my tongue every time I was gonna go and talk to somebody about my son. And how I see these people do a lot of these people on the social media, it's terrible. A lot of victims are re-victimized. A lot of these bloggers, they don't give a fuck about people's story. A lot of these bloggers are saying that they're collecting money for things or collecting money to do all these charitable deeds. But at the end of the day, they're not putting in their money, but they reap all of the benefits and the rewards. How does that work? I know that the people that are out here on the street that are doing the real groundwork, that are doing the real boot work, real workers that are out here doing the grind, they don't get acknowledged, nothing more than a paycheck, right? And I don't understand how these bloggers keep manipulating people into giving money and then they claim that they're rich. and that they're living these fabulous lifestyles and they're traveling and they just bought a new house and they just bought a new Hummer Jeep like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they're going to the gym with Michael Jordan, they're shooting ball with Shaq, they're eating lunch with Kevin Hart, they're doing all this stuff, but then at the same time they turn around and said cash up, cash up. And then the people that are sending the money aren't even living close to how these people are living. Then I say, how do they do that? Witchcraft, manipulation, motherfucker. Yo, I see this one lady. All she does is rock. Yo, I try. I try to watch and listen to see what thousands of people are watching, what thousands of people are addicted to. You know what, Natalie? Shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Anyways, yeah, so back to what I was saying is that, sometimes people ask you know, about the whole transition period from my son dying to now. And, I say that, what brings me a little bit of peace and solace in my mind is that I know that what other people, the people that intentionally went out of their way to do stuff to us, what they're gonna get back. It's like it's oh man. Like I said, I don't want to say like I feel sorry for nobody, but their children are like it's like, why would you put your children like in a position like that? Your children are gonna get fucked up. You're gonna get fucked up too, but you're probably gonna get fucked up because your kids get fucked up and your grandkids get fucked up. Oh. I was gonna tell a story about when I was living at in Toronto at the Dutty building there with all the Ubia people. And I used to get mad at my son for not saying hi to people. And one day, for video purposes, we'll call this guy an uncle. And this uncle said, stop getting mad at him. Stop forcing him to say hi to people because children sometimes pick up and sense, certain things that us as adults we don't see or sense. So I was like, that's true. That time I'm not really like tapped in. And I was noticing a lot of things happening to people. And it was usually people that put their mouth on me. And I would sit there and I say, God, that never happened because of me. That never happened because of Malachi. What? No way. No way. This one particular story, this one particular story I want to talk about because I could tell you guys so much about people like that have dropped dead, and they're continuing to drop. They're continuing to drop. Glory be to God. They're continuing to drop like flies. So, there's this one particular man. He was healthy, strong, vibrant, little old, older man for me. And one day it was like all of a sudden he ended up in a wheelchair. We're like, what the fuck happened to him? How the fuck did he end up in a wheelchair? Next thing we know, the man body swell up in front of him. Like when I say like his body, I don't know if it's his actual penis or if it was the testicles. But it's his private area, his private area swell up. Big, 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 big. Like he can't close his legs and those stuff. Like it has to sit down in front of him in the wheelchair. Like the poor little baby them a pass, and that's what you see. The poor little picnic them, you can't even make them lock them. Yeah, some of the parents them they God, I'm not laughing. God, I'm not laughing. Papa Jesus. I'm not laughing, Father God, but God, you already know what the visual you already know what the visual look like. And how the people them used to rush with the kids them inside of the building when he's sitting outside. No, sir. No. But anyways, the man, he was married. He has a daughter. The daughter's married, has a child. And then I'm saying to myself, well, how come nobody's taking care of him? Where's the wife? Where's the, even though him and the wife isn't together, but the man mash up in a wheelchair, live by himself, he needs somebody to take him to go piss and shit and beard and maybe cook something for him. Not all the time he could, I'm wondering how come the daughter don't come around. Sometimes maybe the daughter doesn't live in Toronto. Maybe the daughter doesn't live, maybe she's not even in the Oh, Papa Jesus. Papa Jesus. And this is why we have to be so careful of what we do in life, how we treat people. And you know what? That's probably one of the most valuable lessons that this lady taught me growing up is she said, never you put your mouth on people's children, because people used to put their mouth on my big brother. And I guess because that's her golden child, that's the apple of her eye, she didn't like it. Used to bun her. And she used to talk, but people did used to tell lie on him and like accuse him, same way that they used to do with my son. And say, well, he did it, and meanwhile the person, he wasn't even there or whatever, and because they love friend, they take up for the friend and they don't rat out the friend. Anyway, you have to be careful of what you do to your how you treat people and their children and the things that come out of your mouth. And then one day we're walking into the building, and it just like something just licked me in my head. And I turned to the guy for video purposes that we're gonna call him Uncle. And we're walking in the building, and I said, "Oh," and I said, you remember a while back, when Malachi was smaller, you told me to stop getting mad at him, when he's not saying hi to people and Ray," and he was like, "Yeah." I go, look how every time like we're coming in the building, we're always, we always kind of make a joke or we say something about, my guy there in the wheelchair. And I said to him, God forgive me, but I said, maybe he troubled a little girl. Maybe he troubled a little boy. Maybe he troubled a kid. I started to tap in at that moment. And I said, maybe he troubled a kid. Because how is it that he was so fine literally last week? And within like 12 hours, 24 hours of seeing him, then he's in a wheelchair. Then it's like a week later, the whole of his private area swell up so big. Like there's no concealing it. Like the only way that you can hide it is if he puts a blanket over him. That's how, And right there I started to think, and I said, wow, look at that. And then I'm saying, and the daughter doesn't come around, the son-in-law, they only come around like once every blue moon, before the daughter come and wheel him to the park and make him throw a ball with the baby and, you know? So me I said, well, something not right there, so. Anyways, the Obia workers were Obiaing and the voodoo people were voodooing, sticking the dolls and, they're doing all that. Wicked people are, they're doing their wicked stuff. And I haven't even told you guys about the things that happened to me, about how they made me, well, my foot didn't break, but my foot got mashed up. They tampered with my bike, fell off my bike, so I had to have surgery on the two of my hands. So basically that was why I ended up ending the group how and when I did, because I literally couldn't type, I couldn't write, I couldn't even eat. I could barely wash my panties, I could barely bathe myself because my two hands were fucked up. But that's a story for another day. But wicked people, they're probably dead by now, or they're probably, one foot in the grave by now. But anyways, moral of the story is that people in life are gonna go out of their way to do things to you. And a lot of times it's people that will say that they don't believe in certain things, they don't practice certain things. They're the ones who are doing it. There was this one girl I used to be friends with, and it was the other day I'm saying, what the fuck happened? I couldn't remember what it was, but for video purposes, and context, let's call the person a sister. And I went to the sister and I said to her, I said, yo, I said, you know, Shrek is saying Ray Ray Ray. And she said, listen to me. She said, you see them people there? Because her mother was a Jehovah Witness. And those times, oh man, Jehovah Witness got like a real bad rap, especially a black Jehovah Witness, right? So she said, you see them people there? What go on like said they don't know nothing about Obia and witchcraft. And them I do it, and them I do it, right? And I was like, them time they're like, I'm young. I'm in my teenage years. Like I'm young. I'm just hearing, like you just hear the adults talking about Obia and tying man and all of that stuff. If you guys don't know what tying man, that's like binding, when you bind somebody, right? And I think I've mentioned that about binding work. But anyways, that's a whole other story. So that's what what's that jigaboo, that big old tumbleweed, that's what she had to do to get her fucking the 5 pin. Okay, Natalie, shut up. Okay, so did I say jigaboo? No, Papa Jesus. Okay, okay, okay. I'm trying to hurry. I'm trying to hurry. I'm trying to hurry. I'm trying to hurry. So grow up, Natalie. Grow the fuck up. I'm really trying to like be more mature and stop laughing at everything. Yo, I laugh and I joke about everything, yo. If I'm not turning it into a song, I'm turning it into a joke. I think that's just the way how I just deal with my feelings, anyways. But um where did that song "All Fruits Ripe" just came up in my head? Do you see how my mind is just all over the place, scatterbrain? So you really got to be cognizant of the things that you're doing and saying. This girl would always ask me about witchcraft and hobby. And them time that I was young, man, I didn't know nothing about it. I'm like, yo, girl, like, I don't know, like I just hear whatever, like, my mom and her friends and the people them and whatever. You just hear big people talk. I don't know about that stuff. So when I'm telling the sister now, and the sister saying, them I do it, them and them wicked, them time I never know. So the mom was taken married man because the mom, oh my gosh, Natalie, shut up. So, anyways, so I was telling her like I feel nervous around this girl sometimes or whatever, and she's like, yeah. She's like, listen, it's as easy as they roll a orange at your foot, and I'll never forget this. She said, yo, they will roll a orange. You know the orange that you peel and eat? They will roll a orange at your foot. And because you're naive now, you're just gonna pick up the orange and say, "Oh, you dropped your orange," or "Here you go." And when she said, when you see the people them running from the orange, or they turn their back and say, "Oh, it's not mine," or whatever it is, that should be your hint or your clue that something's wrong with the orange. The orange is contaminated; it's poison, right? Um, so a lot of people will test your knowledge the same way that we have to test spirits to know if it's a demonic spirit, or but it's like, it's like the devil. The devil's never gonna come out in red and horn and all of that. That's how a lot of guys get caught, because a lot of guys will be looking at a girl like me, or a lot of certain other girls, at the way how we conduct ourselves, or the way we carry ourselves, dress, speak, blah blah blah, and think that, ooh, that girl look like she'll do this and that. But buddy, you got it wrong. You guys always end up with the seductress. The come here, I'm gonna suck your dick from the back. I'm gonna do something strange for a little change. Come here, baby. Come, come, come. I only have your whole paycheck calculated, and I'm gonna just get pregnant accidentally on purpose. And probably by the time you're fucking me, I probably already am pregnant. But nobody's gonna know that, because when I put that jacket on you, and then I fucking put that spell work on you, and I bind your fucking ass, and you ain't going nowhere. You're gonna be miserable. You're and guess what? This motherfucker's still sitting there thinking that it's somebody else that's doing whatever to him. Meanwhile, it's the bitch that's in his bed. Messing with my head in my bed. See, I gotta stop. But it's that's the witch. That's how so much of these girls drag so much of these guys off to jail. That's how so much of these guys are dying. So much of these guys are getting set up to get robbed. You think these girls aren't setting up their baby daddies, their ex-husbands and shit? Yo, some of these girls are straight up doing. Oh, Papa Jesus. Anyways, my whole thing was, just talking about people asking me about, like how I cope, you know. So I just really wanted to come on here because people are dying every day. We never know when we're gonna take our last breath. We never know. Like we don't know if our names. We could just pray that all of our names are in the book of life, but that's obviously not so. A lot of you people are going in that lake of fire. God go with you, Kamanago. And you know, it's just sad how some people set up their children's life, their grandchildren, their great grandchildren's life for failure and for misery. A lot of times people think that their lives are perfect and their lives are going perfect right now, but I personally have had people come to me and tell me how quickly their lives have changed, like from their perfect life, and just like that, snap of a finger, everything changed. Um, it's half an hour. I don't know if anybody listens to my whole videos. I know that I was like kind of mumbling and stumbling through everything that I said. I'm sorry. I don't edit my videos. Um, but I'm hoping that something out of what I said made sense to somebody. And hopefully it's not only Teresa, because God bless Teresa. She's the only one that, to me, that interacts, you know. I don't know if some people just come on just to hear if I'm to see if, like, maybe if I'm gossiping about blog. I don't know. But yeah, that's not my intention to come on here and to start spewing hate comments and rumors about people to get views like what a lot of these other people are doing. So I'm hoping that some way, somehow, this message will get across to people, that people are more cognizant and aware of stop being such a simple Simon and thinking that, you know, because somebody looks one way, oh, they won't do that. Just because you won't do that, that doesn't mean that that motherfucker won't do that. Believe you me. Believe you me. There's some people out there that are so fucking grimy. You wouldn't believe it. Your own mama, your own daddy, your uncle, and it's the people that listen. One thing I've said it on videos before, and I'll continue to say it. There's no such thing as stranger danger. It's the people in your circle. It's the people that are around you. It's the people that know you. Why do you think, like, all those participation and all those things, like all these little commercials that they warn kids, they warn you about your baseball coach, your piano teacher, those little trust. It's the police. It's the priest, the past. Man, the other day I broke down crying when I was on YouTube looking on the video at the pastors that were charged for molesting children. Dear God. And the thing is, there's some pervert school trustees, superintendent, principals. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Justin Payne, but he's a guy here in Canada, and he helps to catch these predators. And he's caught a lot of these people that are in positions of power. So, people that are in the school boards, board of directors, people that own, like a lot of these police. Listen, I'm not even. Peace, love, and hair grease, everybody. Abiento. I really hope that something out of what I said makes sense. Something out of what I said resonates with whoever comes across my video. I hope that you guys will click the like button, hopefully leave a nice comment, and maybe if you want to hear me ramble on some more, you'll subscribe. So have a blessed night. It's now almost 11.